to another episode of Beer for Breakfast ABV. I am Danielle from The Moog Show on 91X. As always, I have my beer drinking partner in crime with me, Paul Segura.
Cheers.
From Carl Strauss. And I've got a rowdy bunch with me today. I've got Modern Times with me today. We've got Phil, we've got Dan, and we've got Derrick. Welcome back,
Welcome
guys.
to the show, guys.
Hey, here we are.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll go that way.
We did it.
So we're starting out with the Orderville. Phil, tell me all about it.
Orderville is our year-round hazy IPA that we do. It's very mosaic forward, 7.2%. It's kind of crazy. So we put this out about two and a half years ago before we canned it. And then about a year and a half ago, we started putting cans, and now it's our top-selling beer by like a huge margin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I can see why. It's freaking delicious.
Yeah. Any guesses on what's the second fastest selling of our beers? Even Dan or you guys first?
Ooh.
I don't think I actually know
Yes.
Is it?
Fruitlands.
Yeah, so not including seasonal, it's Fruitlands.
I had to guess, but it was a slightly educated guess.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember that pie chart.
People
I
love
saw.
trivia on these things, I hear, right? Like, they're going to be guessing at home.
And
Also,
in
I
my
didn't-
mind, I was like, Blazing World, right? Nope, that's probably not it either.
Fruitlands
Fruitlands is
it's
great.
sneaky. It's
Yeah.
selling everywhere.
Guys, Fruitlands, if you would, please. That's the correct
Fruitlands.
pronunciation.
I can't pronounce things correctly. There's another beer we had that I just butcher every
That's
time.
also not the way
Oh,
you
our
should pronounce
cider.
that. Please do not believe me.
I thought it was
Radix.
Fruitlands.
So this weekend, big things for Modern Times. The 5th Annual Festival of Dankness. One
Yeah.
of the funnest festivals to happen all year long. For somebody who has never been to Festival of Dankness, can you kind of tell us what it's all about?
I think Derrick probably can.
I'm gonna put Derrick over here
Come on,
for
Derrick.
so he
All
can
right.
Come on.
really get into
So-
it.
Get in here.
Festival of Dankness is a hop-focused festival. It has 63 breweries this year, and most of them are from out of state and out of town and out of state. There's a few from in town like Bergen and North Park, but mostly it focuses on things that you just can't get here.
Ooh.
So
you're turning people on to new stuff.
yeah, and getting people
showing
excited
life.
for the things that they can't normally get in San Diego.
Do you know how many
Which is pretty fun.
breweries we're at for this one now?
We're at 63.
Oh my god.
63.
Yeah,
Yeah,
63
lot.
breweries.
That's
Yeah.
madness.
And this will sell out for sure.
so don't
So-
wait around.
So
Don't
does
be that
one
person.
ticket get you
Unlimited tasters,
pours?
unlimited pours. We had VIP, but that sold out before even general public could get to it. So it's going to be a great time. The festival is from 3 to 7 at the
Nice.
Waterfront Park.
Cool.
Down at the Waterfront Park. I don't know where.
The waterfront park.
down there.
Down there. You'll see it.
yeah, yeah.
You'll see it.
It's that thing.
That's
Yeah.
a good spot.
Yeah, I love it. It's a great spot, and we never oversell the area. I'm always like at least half capacity.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
everyone has lots of room to breathe, and there's lots of beer that people
There's
can
room
get.
for activities.
Right, and I never have too few breweries for as many people as we have. So there's never usually lines except for like 2 or 3 breweries who are
Yeah.
gonna have lines no matter where you do.
Can you give us like a couple highlights of who's going to be there?
My highest would probably be like Other Half, Great Notion, Freem. I really like.
Freem.
I love Fruit.
Cloudburst. If you've never had Cloudburst beer,
I've
Cloudburst
never
beer,
had.
it's probably one of my favorite breweries right now.
Oh.
And then Cloudwater from the UK is sending stuff out. So we've got lots of
Wow.
cool, interesting things. The list is really too long to
well,
go
and so
into.
you brought up Great Notion Brewing,
Yeah.
which is who you guys collaborated on this beer with, right?
Nice
Man, that's so
segue.
smooth.
Hey!
Guys,
Segue
you guys,
there.
it's like I do this for a living.
Crushing it over there.
Crazy.
That's why I do this for a living. No idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just talking. Just talking. So,
Speaking of dank.
another juicy, another hazy.
I do get a lot of grapefruit in there though too.
Yep. This one's got Citra, Mosaic, Southern Passion. Are there any other ones?
Southern Passion and Galaxy.
Galaxy.
Yeah, we found like a lot of the first years that we were a brewery, we had a hard time like getting Galaxy or good Galaxy, and now recently we've been able to kind of up our contracts on that. And then kind of being able to find Southern Passion again, which disappeared for like a year or so as like the South African hops got really scarce.
And where is Great Notion located?
Portland.
Portland? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you guys are now in Portland.
Yes, we
also,
are.
Yep.
how is that going?
It's going great. So the first time we made this beer, so this is the second time, was like for our launch out in that market. So we did the first collaboration with those guys. Our tasting room, you know, was just opened up, got kind of like flooded with humans, and so much so that we're actually expanding up there. So by the end of September, we're going to have a patio and a whole second like expansion.
Rooftop
rooftop patio.
Important
Rooftop.
distinction. With a fire pit.
That's
I almost
rad.
swore just now. That's how excited I was
It's
about
you
the fire
can.
pit.
It's the internet.
Oh, I
You're more than
can?
welcome to.
You
With
can
a fucking fire pit.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
There it is. It's
Such
all right.
profanity.
Sorry,
Coming
guys.
from such a pristine young man.
So
You don't
how
know
have Portland breweries, welcomed you guys, been receptive of Modern Times being up there?
It's been pretty chill. You know,
Yeah?
I think like everyone going into it was like, it's a very, selective and like insular community for folks, but we haven't really ran into that. I think people were really excited to collaborate with us. You know, we have great friends up there with like Culmination and Wayfinder. These guys we've collaborated with multiple times. And I think there's a really good sense of community up there in general, and like the beer fans are awesome. Like,
That's rad.
Yeah.
So in terms of the beer community, how close to like San Diego? San Diego's got a great beer community. Everybody's bros.
It's
and,
pretty similar, in the sense that like everybody has kind of worked at a few spots or like kind of been around, the industry for a long time. I'm trying to think of like differences. I mean, I think just style-wise, I think they've got some really cool like lager producing breweries that have really gotten like some huge reigns, and I think the audience there is a little bit more like really into that kind of side. Where here, like IPA is still like the dominant thing. I mean, there's some great stuff kind of coming that way, and I love lagers. But up there's folks like Wayfinder who are like just adored for like their lagers that they're producing across the spectrum.
Rightfully so. They are amazing.
Yeah.
So
Freem too in that area.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Freem is so
Pilsner's
good.
out of control.
Well, this is the double dry hopped Effective Dreams. Can you kind of, for anybody that doesn't know what a double dry hopped beer, when you double dry hop a beer, what does it do to the beer?
Well, you're just putting. It's different for every, it's all process driven, so it's different for every brewery. Some breweries just add twice as many hops. Some people dry hop and then pull the
Wait a few
hops out, and
days
then
and then
they
dry
add
hop
more
again.
hops. Right.
Yeah.
So, how do we do it at Modern Times?
It depends on one. So this one had some trials of some incognito whirlpool mosaic extract, which is like a newer extract they have on the market for it,
Nice.
which you use in the whirlpool, and then just irresponsible amounts of hops on the tail end. Like all these
There's
things.
hey, don't you ever say that again, because there's no such thing as an irresponsible amount of hops.
Unless you're in,
Fiscally, like,
unless you're in finance.
Yeah, you know what?
Financially, there's such
That's
a
why
thing.
that's why
The
those
hops
people handle
end
that
up
stuff.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the beer. It's not irresponsible. If they
Right,
end up
yeah.
on the floor in the trash or whatever, then
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
irresponsible.
But it's just one of those things where, like, when you look at like the yields for some of the beers, we're talking about stuff, Fruitland's earlier being a great selling beer is interesting because when you add like puree to a beer like that, you actually end up with like a positive yield over like 100%. But a lot of these beers end up with yields that are in like the 70s, 60s. Sometimes it's kind of hard to predict depending on how much.
Real miserable. Yeah.
So it's a bit of sacrifice, right?
I like how honest you are with that.
Yeah.
Real miserable.
It's not good. Yeah.
But it makes an incredible beer. So it's one of those things where you're like, all right, cool. We're willing to to watch all this beer go down the drain for the greater good.
Yeah, which is also factors into when you're paying more for a 4-pack of hazy IPA. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I dug it. As you see, I finished the whole
I
thing.
can't imagine people complaining.
No.
I mean,
No, not.
Right.
I mean,
I've never seen an email complaining about a high price point.
yeah. Dan runs our social media, so
Oh, so
Yeah.
anytime you want to go harass, you're who we're harassing.
Yeah, myself and Emily,
Yeah.
who is our gracious community coordinator.
If you want to harass them, just ask about Anaheim.
Yeah,
yeah.
so
that's
just quaff the
I'll
rest
respond in
of-
all caps, guaranteed.
So if we're talking about, so what's going on with Anaheim?
It's totally happening.
It's all It's
There you go.
closer, marching closer every day.
So I just quaffed the rest of that beer, and I love the mouthfeel on that. And there's a little bit of residual sugar too that just, I don't know, I like
Yeah.
it.
I just
Yeah.
slammed the rest of that beer because I party, bro.
Whoa,
Party Lord, come on.
All right.
it's getting aggressive in here.
When I emailed Phil, I was like, so you're bringing Derrick with you, right? Like, you're bringing Derrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bring the fun.
Just make sure to set
It's
the
true.
tone.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Did I just see you guys recently had an anniversary?
We did. We're 6 years old.
6 years
6.
old.
Yeah.
Feels like longer, but
Does
Like
dog
sometimes
years.
feels
Yeah.
like longer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
42.
yeah, exactly.
I
Feels
was
right.
recently in Point Loma, and your guys' new outdoor patio area that you have is really, really cool.
Thanks.
That spot is awesome, and it's got that like great crosswind going on. So like if you're kind of warm, just go out there, get a little bit of a breeze.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's definitely breezy. We're looking to do more events there as well. Also like private parties and buyouts. I don't know if there's the best email for them to contact if people want to throw some sort of shindig there.
Currently info@moderntimesbeer.com, which gets straight funneled to us real fast. So that is the best way to do that right now.
What are you guys calling that location?
I mean, it's
Like
just,
you guys have cool names for each location.
that's just the Loma Land Fermentorium.
Fermentorium, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be.
Could you give us a rundown of the different names for the different locations?
Dan.
Dan.
You couldn't just call it a tasting room. Then
No,
you
no.
can't. So the Fermentorium, there's the North Park Flavor Dome, Encinitas
Dome.
is the Far West Lounge, LA is the Dankness Dojo, Santa Barbara is the Academy of Recreational Science, and Portland is the Belmont Fermentorium. And
love
then
you
guys.
Oakland is still up in the air.
Needs a name.
Got lots
Submit
of
your names at
places.
info@moderntimesbeer.com.
So while we're on
Straight to
that, we
Dan
should
on
talk
that.
about the different like names that you guys, or the position titles or whatever that you guys have.
Sure. So I'm the Communications Meta Baron.
What's a
Meta-
meta baron?
No idea.
Okay. Yeah, I think you have the same question.
And
Yeah.
Party Lord.
Party Lord.
Is that?
Yeah.
Sales and marketing mega boss.
Mega Boss.
There it is.
AKA Beer Jesus.
Yeah,
Mega
Yeah,
Boss
pretty
is my new
Yeah,
favorite.
no. So finishing it off, another collaboration that you guys did, the Harvest of Memories, and this is with Bearded Iris. Where are they? Are they Portland also?
No.
Nashville.
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 Oh.
Yeah. So there's
Another
actually,
hub of coolness.
actually good beer in Nashville.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Bearded Iris kills
They
it.
kill
They
it.
are
They make
so good.
incredible beer out there.
Really?
Also at our festivals most of the time.
Oh, this smells like orange, man.
This
There's
could
got to
get
be
you
some.
into trouble.
Yeah.
It's an 8%, but it drinks really, really smoothly.
I just poured it down
So
my
this
face.
one is Motueka and Strata were the hops we used in this one.
And Mosaic and there's one other, Simcoe, I think.
Oh,
Reaching. I could see in your head like you were reaching.
It must
for
be
each
hard to
hop.
keep track.
yeah.
We were trying to make,
Do you guys have a database or
Producing
something? where
roughly
you're-
1,700 beers a month, so
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
Oh,
it gets. That's
wow.
not at all true.
No.
I was
close.
Say, I was like,
But it
wow.
is
close.
I
But
think
it
I
is
went
more
surprising.
like 17.
Yeah, that's about right.
17 beers a month about, yeah.
How many
'Cause I'm-
SKUs do you guys do like a year?
All of them.
oh man.
All of them.
Yeah.
We'll review that and we'll be like, whoa, man. That's
So kind
crazy.
of just like if you are unaware, what is the average amount of new beers that come out a month for a brewery? I mean, if we're doing a comparison,
I don't even know. I mean, I've been in this for so long, I'm
For
just
a
used to the
new
flow.
brewery.
or even
Okay, so there's like average brewery, and then there's like modern times,
Yeah.
right?
So okay,
You guys are launching a new beer
Right.
once a week or so.
Yeah, I have no idea
For
what
about
the
three
standard
a
is.
week.
3 a week.
I mean, it just well, because we do our online sales with all of our specialty stuff, and there's usually like 8 to 13 beers on those,
Yeah.
depending.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Like
those
eight's
don't
pretty
even
average.
reach the public because our membership club buys all of them. But there's so much coming out of our special projects program, and then we have stuff coming out of LA and Portland, and it's just becomes a lot real fast.
So I don't know how you guys keep track or remember the hot varieties, and I mean, you guys are just on it, man.
Yeah, well,
They're
I have
wizards
my
and
phone
lords
under
and
the desk here that has
Jesuses.
notes on it.
Yeah, I
I
hate
want to be
cheats.
very clear about that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I couldn't answer a single question about the hops except for Orderville, which has.
Yeah,
I mean, like, that's
Clearly
the only way I can do it.
I literally write the descriptions for these beers, and I can't remember which one is which because we put out so many every month.
So for a minute there, I kind of thought you were tasting the beer and going, yeah, I get, Galaxy or Simcoe or Citra or Motueka.
But in the olden days,
Nope.
people would do like one seasonal beer every like 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
And that would be their special release. Nowadays, you can't do that anymore. You got to just keep piling on the
and
hits.
modern times
Yeah.
is like, wait, hold my beer. We're gonna do 17.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stop, please. Are any of the beers that come from like LA or Portland or anything? Do they make their way down to San Diego ever?
Yeah, just about everything.
Okay.
Yeah, for the most part. San Diego has some of the most taps of all of our locations, so that's kind of like another sort of like air traffic control thing where basically somebody is trying to monitor where all these beers are moving both internally, and then we monitor where they move externally. So like we have crazy SOP processes that we never thought we'd have that are like detailed to like the exact motion. It's like you can only use your right hand to type in this number,
I almost feel like that meme where you see Charlie and it's just like all of like the
Yeah.
lines
Yeah.
going
Perfect.
everywhere, and it's like that's what I envision is going on.
That's
in
our
modern
logistics
times.
office.
All right, yeah.
The operations Keenan's
red
team.
yarn wall to
Would be
wall.
perfect.
That's awesome.
I can see Keenan doing that.
This weekend, Festival of Dankness is going on. What's
Yep.
the best way to keep up with what's going on with Modern Times?
Instagram is at Modern Times Beer. That's pretty much everything is at Modern Times Beer. I believe Facebook is Modern Times is your friend.
You can also just call Dan directly if you
yeah.
want.
My number is 555. Get the fuck out of here.
You know when you're on social media and you think that you're just talking to nobody when you're bitching?
No,
Yeah.
that's me. Responding
you
to
could
you
text
at
him.
10:30 p.m.
Yeah, feel free to text him and
Yeah.
send D-pics.
Yeah.
Loves it. He
I
loves
haven't checked. Our DMs do not get checked, just so you all are aware. We don't check the DMs.
Way to pull back the curtain on that one, Dan.
Look, we don't. It's not. That's. Send us an email if you want to really talk. We're not doing. I'm not adding channels to our communication. But that, and then you can sign up for our email list on our website. So that's
Cool.
the best way to do it.
Well, and that seems to always be the way, because your guys' events always sell out, so it probably is the best way to get on
Yeah,
something
for
right
sure.
away.
Yeah,
not miss this
especially
stuff.
for VIP stuff or anything that's of more limited quantity. You want to know when we send out the newsletter, ideally.
Cool. Well, Dan, Derrick.
Thank
Phil,
you for all you guys do for the beer community and
Thanks
for
for
turning
having
people
us.
on to new breweries and
Yeah.
new hops and everything
course.
else, man.
And always giving me a great can to look at also. I appreciate how much they grab my eyes and I can look at everything. They're really, really awesome. So this weekend, Festival of Dankness on Friday morning. Paul will come onto the show around 9:05 and we will be drinking some Modern Times beer to
Straight
get
up.
ready for Festival of Dankness on the Mo Show. And thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Cheers to independent.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh no!
I ran out of beer.
Oh. There you go, from the can.
Damn it!
Life is over.
Wow.
Wah, wah, wah.
It's fine.
Oh,
All good, guys.
I love that you went with that. It was such a good choice.
Good times, good times.
91X.